Hi, this is Amir. Today we're going to talk about fulvic acid and why it's important to you. There is a hidden half of nature. Actually, that's the title of a book. I'll get to that in a second. The half that's apparent to us is the upper world, the world that's around us. Plants, animals, even humans. But very foundational to our health is the world that we don't see or we don't know much about, and that is the hidden half of nature, which is below the ground. Now, there's a lot of activity going on below the ground, provided the soil is fertile. The soil has microbial activity, the soil has enzymatic activity. There's a lot of activity that creates byproduct, that creates different types of processes that enable the earth to stay alive. So let's speak very specifically about humates and fulvic acid and why it's important to our health and why this little known mineral is becoming a very important aspect of why we should be healthy. So how does it get created? Well, number one, it's a byproduct. What do I mean by that? So when a plant's roots stretch out below the soil, below the ground and into the soil, they interact with something called soil microbes. When the soil microbes interact, they create a byproduct. It's a natural creation of that interaction. Think of it as a reaction. This reaction creates something called humates. These humates allow the plant to more readily absorb the nutrients from the soil. So as the plant does that, it also absorbs the humates. When we as humans eat that plant, not only do we get the benefit of humates, not only do we get the benefit of the nutrients, but we also get the benefit of the humates. And the humates actually work in the same way, in the same manner that they worked as the plant was absorbing the nutrients into itself. The nutrients that the plant has are more absorbable if humates are present. In fact, if humates are not present, there is a severe deficiency that's created in terms of the absorbability. This is alluded to in the book, The Hidden Half of Nature. And a lot of research has gone into what is the soil, or what is, and I'm not going to throw these fancy words at you, but what is actually going on down there, and there's a lot that we don't know about. There's been a massive increase in the number of papers, research papers, or scientific papers that have been created in the recent past. And they continue to flourish in terms of the research that's going on about the soil below. So what's happening, getting back to the fulvic acid and the humates, as the nutrients enter into the body, they get broken down, but they don't actually enter the cellular level. They don't enter into the cells where it's needed the most, unless humates are present. So humates are made up of humic acid and fulvic acid. Humic acid acts as a dilator to the cell, meaning it opens the cell wall, or increases the cell wall, and the fulvic acid acts mostly as a toll booth. So just like you're driving a car through a toll and the gate opens, where the fulvic acid attaches to the nutrients and allows the nutrients to enter into the cell more readily. That is how mineralization, or how you avoid a mineral deficiency. Linus Pauling said, every disease can be traced back to a mineral deficiency. There's a massive prevalence of disease that we are now living amongst. All the way from the various cancers that are out there. Obesity is a disease, as I blogged about last time. The heart attacks, the strokes, and diabetes, and you just name it, Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis. these can all be traced back to a mineral deficiency. And the reason why we have mineral deficiency is because of the treatment of the food that we're eating. And ultimately, when it gets to the grocery store, the foods get to us in a very depleted manner. Until next time.